Welcome, everybody. I'm going to call this meeting to order. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Scott Harrell. I'm your host, along with Bob Friedenthal, who's the main man with the Mycity group. And today we're going to go around the room, take 1 minute to introduce yourselves. And we also want to allow time, so we have a special presentation from Carlos Garcia. Are you ready for that, Carlos? Awesome.
Always.
So just a quick reminder, and I apologize for coming in almost late, to put your connection info in the chat, including your LinkedIn link if you'd like to be connected on LinkedIn. And I also encourage people to meet one-on-one to get to know each other and see how you can help each other's businesses grow. So I'll start with myself. I'm Scott Harrell. Business is Lifetree Prosperity. I'm a financial advisor and a business consultant, and my specialty is help people save and retain money and reduce their costs. And I forgot to mention, if you are a first-time guest, who referred you to the meeting. So welcome everybody who's new. Welcome my returning folks. And I'm going to next ask Bob to take his 1 minute.
Well, congratulations. We're going to make it to another holiday, Labor Day. That's really a special day for us, right? I've been a LinkedIn consultant management for umpteen years, like over 20 years. And what we like to do is in these meetings, what we like to do is we like to get people to communicate with each other and to refer business to each other. So also maybe what we can do is, as we go around the room today, talk about any kind of introductions you've made to other people in the group. If you're familiar with BNI, Business Network International, I used to be a consultant to them umpteen thousand years ago, and that's where I learned the motto of givers gain. And the purpose of that motto is that what you do is when you meet somebody new, 60% of most people's business comes from referrals. But after you meet and start discussing with them, the thing that you want to do is to help, not sell. So don't talk to somebody and say, "Hey, my name is Bob Friedenthal, buy from me." That's the world's worst thing you can do. Help them out, introduce them to people that they would like to meet, and then you've got a potential client for life. So anyway, that's my spiel.
Thank you, Mr. Spielberg. We always talk about givers gain as the slogan, and I've been working on developing a slogan, and the one I came up with, I will paste in. Let's see how to do that. Having trouble with my chat because I have my apps thing going too. All right, we'll get back to that. I apologize. We'll talk about that later.
You can tell us, Bob. Scott.
Pardon me?
You can tell us.
Yeah, I just had a brain cloud.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
I get those too.
Pre-holiday.
Hang on 1 second. I will pull it up. Okay. Our slogan: cultivate trust and harvest success. What do you think?
Sure.
Okay.
I think it sounds like it came straight from the Midwest.
Okay. Hey, put in your suggestions in the chat. I'd love that. So we're going to go around the room next. My first intro will be with Winston Brown, followed by Leiter Chen. So good morning, Winston Brown.
Well, good morning, and good morning to the group. It's great to be here.
Uh, Again, my name is Winston Brown, and I'm a retired military after 23 years. And and currently, I'm a financial coach. And what we do is we help individuals to retire in dignity, and make sure that their family is properly taken care of.
Good place to start.
And, where are you located, Winston?
I'm located in Florida,
Okay, and how did you hear about our
West
group?
Palm Beach area. Say again?
How did you hear about our group?
I was introduced by Bob.
All right, fantastic. Well, welcome. Great to have you here. And
Great to be here.
I'm gonna stop the timer for a second. Boy, I'm just all over the map today. I apologize. Next up, Lighter Chen, followed by Carlos. So good morning, Lighter.
Good morning, Lighter Chen is your pathway to healthy and energy. It's a scientific approach, oriental medicine, effectively manage chronic condition. Yesterday, I visited the Bay Area Betty's home, and since I joined this group, I get many help from Jabal, from Ron and Linda, and Greg. So this group is so interesting and exciting and help each other business growth. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Lighter. Nicely done. Next up, Carlos Garcia.
Good morning, everyone. I am an executive coach focused on helping senior executives with career transitions, executive presence, leadership style, etc. My company is called Coaching Gravitas. You can find more info at coachinggravitas.com. I coach based on 40 years of work experience, of which 20 includes executive search. I was a partner at Korn Ferry, partner at Heidrick & Struggles. At Heidrick & Struggles, I led the Los Angeles office. I led the supply chain functional practice globally. And it's on that basis that I'll be speaking to you at the end of today's session about trying to demystify the executive search ecosystem. Back to you, Scott.
All right, beautifully done. Thank you so much. And let me fix my timer here. Next up, Lynn Newman, followed by Joe Nicasio. So good morning, Lynn.
Good morning, everyone, and hope you all have a wonderful holiday weekend coming up here. I'm a financial advisor as well. I work with Edward Jones financial firm. We help our clients achieve, short and long-term goals. So in addition to the, standard investments, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, et cetera, something I share a lot now is that we do offer FDIC investments as well, including certificates of deposits, brokered CDs. So you don't have to go directly to a bank to get the CD. We can do it for you. I think we also we serve both businesses as well as nonprofits to help them set up their retirement accounts for their employees. An acronym I was thinking about yesterday that really defines what we are valued to our clients is the acronym MAIN, M-A-I-N. So we monitor their accounts, we make adjustments when necessary, we keep our clients informed. And with that, we help them navigate the market. So that's really our value overall, at least mine anyway. I love helping people. That's it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lynn. Okay, and after Joe, we'll have Roy. So good morning, Joe Nicasio.
Good morning. I'm Joe Nicasio, and you're not. I'm a badass business consultant. I started my first business in 1979 in the technology area, and I've been a business consultant since 1999, trained by Jay Abraham. I love helping people get more customers to pay them more money more often. And as a quick reminder, the easiest way to find a marketing budget is stop spending money on stupid stuff. Okay. Stop spending money on stuff that doesn't work. And the moment you stop spending money on stuff that doesn't work, you can actually channel it into those things that do. Everybody has a marketing budget. You know, if you stop spending money at Starbucks, if you stop spending money, you know, there's all kinds of ways. But you know, your business is like a machine. It's got inputs and outputs. And if you're putting a lot of input and work in and you're not getting enough output, there's something that needs to be fixed in the machine. I'm the business mechanic. I'll help you figure it out.
Sounds like a great plan. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. All right, next up will be Roy, followed by Jane. So good morning, Roy Dickin.
Hello, Roy Dickin. Yeah, I've been making it possible for businesses to get found online for over 15 years. But recently, and I say recently, within the last year and a half, a lot of people are really getting tired of all the changes that Google keeps making and making it so much harder for you to get free traffic or even paid traffic. So a few of us got together and we created something that's an alternative to that we think is a whole lot better. I call it Conversion Alchemy, and you can get as many leads every day as you want. These are people that are searching for what you offer, and you can capture those leads. But the best way to make money with this is to also include Linda Blair with me and Betty Withrow, because together we can maximize the amount of dollars you can make with those leads.
Wow, and you got it under a minute too.
And right now, I started with work with this team.
Okay, you want to tell us a little bit more about that quickly later?
Yeah, we involved with the Betty, Law, and Linda. Linda provided the database, customer relationship management, and then Law provided all the leads, and Betty writing the copy, turn email, repeatedly sent out. So right now, Betty run the project manager, connection all of them together, provide a service for the trauma healing system.
And we are so excited to work with Leiter because he's got a fantastic plan to put his different spas all over the United States. It's incredible. It's incredible medicine, that his version of medicine that comes from the East, which is exactly what we need in the West.
Nicely done. All right, thanks guys. And next up, I'm excited to have a friend who I met last night, Jane Schaefer. Good morning, Jane. Thanks for showing up.
Oh, definitely, Scott. Thank you so much. And it was nice meeting you at the Sylvie Chamber yesterday. My name is Jane Schaefer. I live in Long Beach, so hence Sylvie Chamber was right there for me. Again, I am a brand partner with LifeWave, an advanced wearable technology that provides you with a solution to regain control of your vitality of health and well-being. So you can have the best quality of life your body is designed for you. You know, over the time, the ability to heal, regain control, or recovery from injuries such as back pain, knee pain, slow down. So without using drugs or chemicals, we can speed up your recovery at the cellular level to a usefulness to like 10 to 20 years younger. So thank you again. I do apologize in advance. I do have Zoom at 9 o'clock, so I have to leave a little early. So I don't want to be rude. Thank you, Scott.
Oh, thank you so much. So glad to have you here. And I presume you put your contact info in the chat. Yep. Okay. We're going to move on. Let's see. Why is this thing stuck? I'm having trouble with my timer today, guys. I apologize. It's being a little flaky. So next up will be Jacob Bassett and followed by David Hoffman. So good morning, Jacob. Take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Jacob Bassett. I'm a loan consultant here in Northern Illinois, just outside of Chicago. We have some unique partnerships with major banks and credit unions to offer personal term loans for cash needs, whether it's a new or an existing business owner, investor, or just need some personal funding. We can utilize our relations with banks and credit unions to get both the term loan as well as revolving credit cards. That way, newer business owners can start establishing and growing their credit history, and then established business owners can just get some extra liquidity for, you know, various needs that they have in their business. Look forward to connecting with more people and happy to see all the new faces. Big group today.
Oh, thanks, Jacob. Nicely done. And next up is someone I don't think I've met yet, but I'm delighted to introduce David Hoffman. Good morning, David.
It's David Hoffman. Thank you. I'm going to start by saying I honestly don't know who invited me. I saw something on Instagram and it looked a notch above what you commonly see when invited to gatherings of this sort. And I really appreciate it. So I signed up. My name is David Hoffman. I have been a business consultant and coach for 27 years. When I started doing this, if you said you were a coach, they asked what sport. And I work with established businesses that have teams. So organizations that are substantial enough for leadership to be distributed. For organizations that are in that situation, we can make a difference. We work with teams, we work with leaders, we train people to be more effective, to increase innovation, to increase business development, to increase whatever it is that they're targeting in their organization. Our focus is in getting you from where you are to where you want to be. I've put my information in the chat, and thank you.
I couldn't stop the music. I apologize. Great
No
to have
problem.
you here.
I know when to shut up.
That was perfect. Spot on. All right. So next up will be Galit, followed by Joseph. So good morning, Galit Bernstein.
Morning, everyone. So I've been here for a while, I would say, but in improving my proposition. I'm looking for mid-sized companies as a CFO. It's been a while, 6 months. While doing it, I'm open for interim, fractional roles. I'm also open for Fortune 1000 companies as a divisional financial executive. I'm also looking for company to sell and getting into the investment mindset. If you're aware of any business owner who is looking to retire or to sell his business, let me know. And another thing is that I'm offering this group some help with strategic planning. I was hoping to work with later. It's not the exact time, perfect time for it, maybe at some point. But if any of you are into this mode of growing more than just being the small business into medium businesses, I'm here to help. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, Galit. And after Joseph will be Tia. So good morning, Joseph Duncan.
Good morning. I am Joseph Duncan with Assured Consultants. This group is starting to lean pretty heavily into business coaching, which is what we do. Our sweet spot is entrepreneurial businesses. We like to work with owner or founder-led businesses or people that are doing something else and are currently in the process of starting a business. We work with people on strategic planning, marketing, access to capital, all the ways to start, grow, fund your business, and help it to thrive. We have been doing this in this iteration for a little over 8 years. We're based in El Segundo, California, but can work remotely with anyone, anywhere. And it looks like I am coming to the end of my time. So I'll just say have a great holiday weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Joseph. Yeah, we need to figure out our schedule so we can have that one-on-one, right?
Let's make that happen next week.
Okay, sounds good. So next up will be Tia, followed by Phil. Good morning, Tia Skulski.
Good morning. I was new last week, so this week is my
Welcome back.
And I've met with Phil, and I have a call with Russell today.
Awesome.
But for everyone to know, I'm a human resources professional. I'm not really, I'm an internal coach. I'm not really a professional coach externally for business. But I am looking for my next HR role. I'm currently consulting for Folio Literary Management in New York City, but I'm in Los Angeles.
Okay, and tell us a little bit more.
Well, my back in entertainment, a little bit of media and publishing, but on the tech side, it was software, and I helped launch a 3D printing company that printed a car, and they're trying to sell the car now. And it's a hypercar that beat 2 track records. It was super fun.
I love the diverse backgrounds a lot of the folks here have
I've been
blessed with. Okay, thank you, Tia. I am so delighted you came back. Hope to see you again. And in fact, let's get a one-on-one going, okay?
Okay.
So next up will be Phil, followed by Debbie. Good morning, Phil Wolfstein.
Good morning. Good morning. Really pleasure to be here. And it's such a great group of professionals. Get so much energy from this group. I'm a certified business broker with Zoom Business Brokers. And what I do is I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. So I've said, my mantra is selling a business for an owner and entrepreneur is a big deal. It's one of the biggest things that happens in their lifetime. And it's a process. It's not an event. Typically takes 7 to 9 months. And it starts with, from my standpoint, a broker opinion of value. What is the business worth today? Arm's length to a qualified buyer. And then you move forward from there. Just sort of tagging on to what David says, with Joseph, with Winston, is that the sooner for business owners and sellers, you have to more and more I'm running into a situation where you're selling a business, but you're not selling the business owner, you're selling the business. So having a plan, ideally 36 months before that business goes to market and sells, ideally, having a plan is really important. It always involves business advisors, coaches, financial planners, CPAs, and so forth, always as part of a team. And I'm part of that when the need arises.
Thank you, Phil. I hope you like your little outro there. Oh, I have to maybe you change the tune. It's a little strange to me, but we definitely appreciate all your expertise and you showing up week after week, month after month. Phil's the man, everybody. If you haven't met with him, you must do so.
I look forward to Friday morning every week. Great to be here.
Thank you. Okay, after Debbie will be someone's impersonating Betty Withrow. So whoever that person is will be next after Debbie. But good morning, Debbie Voris.
Hi, everybody. I'm your certified holistic health coach, and I do revitalize people's lives from mind, body, and soul. And, when it comes to brain fog and everything else, there's a lot of solutions for you that can help you on the cellular level, as well as motion. If you just walk and run, you know how when you're outside, you're enjoying an equal environment, it's so exhilarating that it makes your brain a lot more creative and functioning at its peak. So I did a reel a few weeks ago, and I actually posted it today about how to generate creativity. So there's a lot of things you can do for your body, mind, body, and soul. Contact me. And I love my Zytoscan because it really helps people tune into what they need. So contact me for my coaching services from Debbie Changes Lives.
Thank you, Debbie. So I'm sorry, I don't know how to ask who you are, but it says Betty Withrow. So I think maybe Betty sent you an invitation. A man with a hat with a ceiling fan above him. Yeah. Good morning.
No, I don't know why I'm clicked as or I'm in as Betty. Maybe she did send me the link. I'm sorry about that. My name's David Mannion. It's my second week. I am one of the founders of Haven Business Advisors. A lot of coaches on here I hear. I'm not a broker. And while I've done consulting, it's really on the advisory side. Our sweet spot is working with companies, CEOs and business owners usually 50 million and above in top line revenue, although we've gone below that mark in certain instances where the margins are a little higher. We work specifically with ownership to prepare for transition by way of sale, merger, acquisition, whether that be straight out be acquired or some form of reverse acquisition, and then a liquidity event. I am a corporate leader in transition, so I kind of fell into this by de facto, calling you in from Phoenix, Arizona, and so buy for me, right? Is that how it goes? Bob said, "Buy for me, take or stake." Is that what he said?
Yeah, close.
Givers gain.
David, can I ask what industries, what type of business or industry do you specialize in?
Typically business services and asset light. We'll go with certain light manufacturing, but we've done business and professional services, residential services to include construction. We've done real estate operating companies. We've done light manufacturing, financial services, fintech. We have strong accounting, finance, capital markets, operations strategy, and marketing to include AI and digital.
You and Phil Weinstein should meet.
I'd love to, except my space, I'm typically between 500,000 to 20 million in sales, or 25 million in sales, 5 to 50 employees. We're I think we're at the lower end of the radar screen there for David, but that's more middle market. From our point of view, it's more middle market, but it sounds very interesting.
Thank you.
David, please post your contact information. I also happen to be in Phoenix. Maybe we should talk.
Okay, I'll do that right now.
See how this works, folks?
And it's David, not Betty. Just to clarify. But I've been called worse.
Does David have a last name?
Yeah, I'll include that in my contact for y'all.
Yeah, I fixed your Betty, so you're David.
Thank you.
All righty, appreciate that. So glad you made it back again this week. And next up will be Cheryl McBride, followed by Linda Blair. So good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning. I am coming from Virginia, where I'm taking care of grandkids and still working the business. We are specifically looking for people who are getting ready to make that change. We got open enrollment with the health stuff going on. We want to save money, help people save money on their health insurance so that they can get the coverage, the protection that they need. So they're ready when it's time to walk off the planet. But we work with individuals and small business. We love to help those small businesses get those benefits to their employees so that they can save money and save their employees and not have to fire them. But yeah, I'm here for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Cheryl. Okay, someone needs to mute. Lighter, is that you? Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. And thank you again, Cheryl. Next up, Linda Blair, followed by Hele. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, Linda Blair. I'm with Thrive, broadcasting from Orange County, California. My tool has all the marketing and CRM operational tools a business owner will ever need, and it's all integrated into one platform using AI and automation. I'm also a Google Premier partner. So a CRM system is like a digital hub for managing all your customer interactions. So when you get referrals and leads out of Mycity or on the internet from your website, it funnels them all into the platform. So it will help you stay 100% connected to all those connections year after year. So your funnel, your email campaigns then go out at certain designated time. The technology also includes review management. It's a scheduling tool. Automated text and calls and emails come in. Reporting and analytics. It integrates with Clover, QuickBooks, and hundreds of other SaaS features. Invoicing and estimates. 24-hour hands-on live support. Linda from Thrive.
Gotcha. Thank you, Linda. Great stuff. And Hele, you still have the best background. I love the jet. We all need one, right?
Yes, right. To keep my vision right in front of me. Thank you, Scott. I'm Hele.
and I was like, hallelujah. Well, I had this vision since age 7. You can live 200 plus years, but that is hidden from us. That's my knowing, but you can live in quality as long as you want. A little bit about me: from revolution out of revolution, from corporation out of corporation, domestic violence, blessed to be alive, married to my soulmate, my king. I was bedridden, given a bunch of labels to me, such as autoimmune, Hashimoto, chronic fatigue, and many more. I've learned from the greatest minds how to get out of bed in 3 months, absolute without any meds. And I'm 55 today without any meds and a 2 times bestseller. So I'm here for you to be that accountability, that inspiration, that motivation to get you to where you want to get to with simplicity and consistency, with one step at a time, to make it simple from all that is out there. Thank you.
Thanks, LA. And next up will be Bill Schweber, followed by Patrick O'Flynn. Good morning, Bill Schweber.
Good morning. You know what? I love this networking group because it's so entertaining. That's why I come for the entertainment. I'm Bill Schweber. I do IT data forensics for major litigation. Right now, I'm running 2 different cases, but the thing I also enjoy, people come to me with unusual requests, and because I run a networking group for lawyers and accountants. Latest request, somebody wants me to help him raise $90 million. Piece of cake. He's coming up with a new pharmaceutical set of products. He's going to make $1 billion. And I asked him to send me a business plan. He said, "What's a business plan?" So today I'm looking for the guy that has that website that does business plans and projections, and I don't see him.
Burke Franklin,
Bill,
Business Power Tools.
Bill, after the meeting's over, I'll give you his information. I'll text it to you.
Mush, and to you, call me. I've got something that's shocking for you, but offline. So I could always use contacts. Look, you come to me, and I know people. So, and if you can't get on my calendar, send me an email, mention this group. I'll find a couple of minutes for you.
Yeah, and of course you're going to cut us all in on that $1 billion action, right?
I have insider pricing, and the
Beautiful.
stuff. I get the drugs for free now. Once he goes into production.
Well, there was a time.
You'll make more on that. You'll make more on that than the other.
Yeah, free drugs, that's kind of a mixed bag of positive and negative, but thank you. Great to have you here as always. Patrick O'Flynn, good morning, good afternoon.
Hello, Scott. Thank you for being a wonderful host. Bill, I bet you're delighted you came here today because there are a load of people here that can solve your problem, you know? And look, I'm here to talk about everybody reimagining healthcare based on a greater understanding of how the body, health, and disease actually work. Because science is now pointing to a whole new level, the cellular level, using groundbreaking redox signaling technology, helping to protect, rejuvenate, and keep cells functioning at optimum levels. Now, these molecules are created in every cell of the body, and they are vital to life. However, circumstances, the environment, age, diminish cell functioning, and because of this, the body's ability to maintain a balance of these signaling molecules diminishes. It all starts with amplifying and clarifying critical cell signaling, and the difference it is making in most people's lives is absolutely astonishing. And for many people, this is now the missing link for better health and vitality. And the big difference here is that these molecules play all the keys on the piano. I don't want to go on anymore because I'm taking up time. My details are in the chat. I'd love to connect with you. And thank you again, Scott and Bob.
Thank you, Patrick. So delighted you can join us. Okay, next up will be our other East Coast guys, Moshe, followed by Ed. So good morning, Moshe Math.
Good morning. My name is Moshe Math. As you know, I'm partner in a company called New and Trained Sciences, and later more I'll talk more about the sounds, but Patrick just talked about the different changes in the cells and so forth. Part of that also comes from working with the brain. And part of the way to work to the brain is through sound. Our system uses sound, light, and vibration to take your mind and body through a voyage into relaxation through brainwave entrainment. So you're not being touched at all. It's what they call sonic massage. And we have other sound sessions as well. But brainwave entrainment, as I've said many times, is when your computer freezes and it's either too heavy or too expensive to throw against the wall in frustration. So you turn it off and on again and hope I forgot I had a problem. And that's it. What we're doing, this is also great for using before, 10 seconds, before doing something like yoga or whatever, your body's more supple, your mind's clear, you get more out of it. One of our markets would be spas to use as part of it, amenities they offer to people.
Thank you, Moshe. I love those analogies. Okay, and next up from Baltimore, Ed Cicinato. Good morning, Ed.
Morning from drizzly Baltimore, Maryland. Ed Cicinato. I'm the franchise owner of Edward Cicinato and Associates Dream Vacations. And why should you use me? Well, I'm part of the country's largest full-service travel agency. That means we're getting exclusive offers from suppliers that you're never going to see. Only I can see them. The other reason to use this is that I can come up with itineraries that will just blow your mind, things you've never thought of doing, things that you won't think of, because I've been there and I've done those things. One other thing I like to mention is groups. We do fundraising cruises. In the background is my newest one with Stray Cat Blues out of Philadelphia. So if you're on the East Coast, June 2026, the Norwegian Dawn will be sailing from Philadelphia to Bermuda and Charleston, and you can help raise money for the cat rescue. And if you have an organization, I'd love to help you put together a fundraising cruise.
All right, thanks, Ed. And next, we're going to talk with Steve Remmel, followed by Don Delaria. So good morning, Steve Remmel.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks, Scott. Happy Labor Day. And I am Steve Remmel, a former HR corporate exec, now recovering from that. It's been 10 years. I'm still recovering. I had the good fortune of finding Legal Shield and ID Shield 10 years ago, and it's allowed me to help hundreds of companies, thousands of employees to have access to legal services and to identity theft protection. So today I'd like to just talk very briefly about what a small business owner is facing, regardless of how you define small. The bottom line is they have big business problems, but they don't have big business resources. So I can give them access to a full service law firm and other resources to help them to operate their business more efficiently, more knowledgeably. And then if they want to help their employees, we've got services to help their employees as well. So on this Labor Day, let's think about the small business owner that's made that jump to having a few people and give them the help and the love that they deserve. So thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Stephen. Just as a refresher, where are you located again?
Near Santa Barbara.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Great to have you back. And next up will be Don Delario. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Stephen has a nice office. I'm in the consulting business. I've been working with property managers, mainly in the area of appliance service. My background is with manufacturers, Maytag, GE, and Whirlpool, all of the residential type appliances. And I also am a part-time teacher in the trades. I teach refrigeration at the Baldy View Regional Occupational Center here in Ontario, California. But yeah, I really enjoy the format of this. Everybody communicates well, and you learn a lot. I've been to trade shows where everybody takes out booths, and you don't get this kind of communication. There's just so much going on at those things. But I'm just happy to be here. Sometimes I get pulled into teaching, so I'm not able to come every weekend, but I do appreciate the opportunity to be here.
Thank you, Don. And I presume you put your contact info in the chat?
I did. Thank you.
All right, great, fantastic. Okay, looks like Maury was going to be next up, but Maury, are you available or should we come back to you?
Sorry, I just emergency call from a client. I've got to go. Have a
Oh,
great
okay.
one, everybody. Nice weekend. Bye-bye.
All right. Appreciate you. Okay, so then we're gonna next up go with Russell, followed by Eric Dickens. So good morning, Russell.
Good morning, Scott. Always glad to hear your voice. You're a ray of sunshine every Friday morning.
Barbara.
And Phil's always good to see the master connector.
I'll call you
Phil.
back in about 10 minutes, 15
And
minutes. Thank
Maury,
you.
you're not
All right.
on mute.
Goodbye.
Moshe, you're not on mute. There we go. Oh, and coincidentally, I have a meeting with Tia today. She said she had a meeting with me, and coincidentally, I'm meeting with her. So that's how it works, folks. I'm the HR guy for small business. I've been doing human resources for, well, since Ronald Reagan was president. So do the math. I'm old, but it's fun to go in every time a phone call comes in, a text come in. These business owners are going, my employees, I need to call the HR guy. So, I got a text last night from a restaurant owner down in Orange County. Not sure what we're going to be talking about. He says, I've got an urgent question, an urgent issue. I have no idea what he's going to talk about when he calls me this morning, but I know it'll be exciting. Have I seen it all? Nope. Every day I'm surprised. I work strategically with business owners to align their team with their dream. Everybody goes into business to be successful. When they get successful, they can't do it themselves. They have to start hiring people, and that's when the headaches begin. The HR guy for small business, give me a call.
Thank you, Russell. And next up, Eric Dickens. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, most people know me as a solar guy or the zero out of pocket solar guy, but I'm wearing this really cool hat today. It's called the free solar guy. Totally free, guys. I know folks don't believe it. It's hard to believe you can get anything for absolutely nothing. But the government, not government now, you got to be in California. Know someone in California. They're getting a $1 billion donated to from the federal government to get folks to go green to save the planet. It's not about us and our pocketbook. They need to change the environment, and the only way we can really do that, doesn't cost us a dime, is for solar. So folks, anyone you know, you or yours, anyone, doesn't matter if they're in California, a lot of folks, right? They can get solar and battery for zero out of pocket, free, no cost, no loan, no debt. Now, this is not for the rich folks. Okay, it is a great program, but you got to make $140,000, right? That's something crazy. But renters, doesn't matter. No credit back. It doesn't matter. You don't qualify. There's a lot of folks out there who are paying way too much. This is a great program to save a lot of folks a lot of money. $75,000 worth of equipment. Guys, if you know anyone, okay, find someone. Okay, we are giving still $1,000. Hear me say this every week, $1,000 or a nice little getaway weekend trip for referring these folks, your folks, family, friends, anyone, to take advantage of this once in a lifetime opportunity. I've been in solar for 10 years. I've never seen anything like this. I don't know when it's going to happen again. Everyone is paying a bill on this, electricity bill on this. You know what that means. It's not a good thing because you don't know what it is. So call me to find out why I'm the perfect medicine for Edison, which is one of my utility companies here, the big one of them in Cali, or whatever utility company, because I can help folks out with a lot of money. Thank you.
I want to know how many people think Eric has the best voice ever.
Very good. Very good.
Great presentation.
Yeah, great presentation.
Bill, yours is pretty cool too.
You're on mute, Scott.
Thank you. God dang it. I had such pearls of wisdom. Carlos Garcia is our guest speaker today. And Carlos, would you like to do a screen share?
No, there's nothing to show. I'm just going to verbalize a couple of pointers.
All righty. Well, you've got 10 minutes. So
yeah. Oh, I've got a 5-point outline. And if I give a minute to each point, we should be done in 5. So that's my aspiration.
We'll take it away.
The topic is demystifying the executive search ecosystem. It may not be relevant for many of you on in this meeting, but it may be worth hearing as you network with other executives who are feeling stuck in their position or in some form of career transition. The first point I'd like to make is that you do not find a job finds you. So that means it's all about making yourself visible. Don't waste time sending out resumes, blanketing the planet. Just make yourself visible in all the right ways. LinkedIn is your most important tool. Every recruiter, internal or external, is using LinkedIn to find executives. But beyond LinkedIn, participate in industry associations, especially those most relevant to your sector or your function. And what people see, whether in your resume, on LinkedIn, or as they network with you, is they must see clear passion, clear purpose. There has to be congruence between who you are and what you do. And as people see your information on LinkedIn or in the resume or interacting with you directly, that should clarify who you are as a leader. The second point I'd like to make is about search firms. They participate in only about 30% of executive placements. Really, they are last resort. Every company is hiring their own internal talent acquisition teams and using LinkedIn and other search tools to find their own executives. Search firms participate only when search is confidential and a company can't use its corporate name, or if they've tried with their own internal talent acquisition and haven't been successful after 3 or 4 months. So my point is, don't waste your time pursuing headhunters. They will find you when they have a relevant search. They will find you if you are visible in all the right and congruent ways. So the best time to speak with a headhunter is when they have something relevant. Otherwise, it's just called a courtesy call. You might learn something, but it doesn't really go anywhere. But when they do call you, even if it's not something you're interested, please do be helpful. That way you'll stay in their graces. That way you won't be red flagged. So do take headhunter calls, please. So the 70%, so the best opportunities, 70% are not going to come from headhunters. They're going to come from your network. So my third point is the power of networking, like this network or other networks. For example, think about your favorite customers. Think about your favorite suppliers. Think about your channel partners, your favorite consultants, business or strategy or otherwise. If you're interested in creating opportunities, let them know discreetly that you would be open to opportunities. Don't let them assume that you won't be receptive. They may think you're just too busy and they won't refer an opportunity even if they think of you. So the fourth point I'd like to make is when and how to explore a job change. The best time to look is when you're not looking. Because when you're looking, time is never in your favor. Senior executives need 9 to 18 months to transition. So if you're feeling restless, you can't be passive about it. You should start putting things in place so that you activate that 9 to 18 month horizon. And as you think about your transition, you really need to think about what you want, really critically thinking about being more than doing. So you are more than, each of us is more than just a series of jobs and accomplishments. We each have a personal brand, and that's what we need to articulate in LinkedIn, in our bio, in our elevator pitches as we're interacting with people. And when you have that clarity captured in a resume, please know you don't actually need to speak with anyone. Every company, whether it's a search firm or a corporation, large or small, has an applicant tracking system. There's a place in each website where you can upload your information. It can be a bio, it can be a resume, it can be a cover letter. And what I mean by not having to speak with anyone is the search systems today are so rigorous, so dynamic. That's why you don't actually need to speak to anyone. Just upload your information and trust the process, trust the information technology to find you when something relevant hits. Then the final point I want to make is so as to be ready to react most dynamically with the greatest agility when someone does call or pings you through LinkedIn, you need 3 documents ready to go at a moment's notice. The bio, the 2-page executive resume, and if you have more than 30 years experience, you probably need a 4 or 5-page due diligence resume. It's called due diligence because the longer resume supports the due diligence that a recruiter has to complete on you before presenting you to the hiring manager, either internally or externally. And so it's very important to capture passion and purpose, expertise and experience. So again, let me repeat that. And this is in all 3 documents, but particularly in the bio, which is the one that tells the story in the most compelling way. What is your passion? What are you passionate about? What is your purpose? That ties directly to the expertise that you have to offer. And then the experience demonstrates where you have exercised that expertise. And please do not generalize. You have to specialize to be differentiated. Too many executives I know try to generalize their experience and expertise so as to be found by a larger number of opportunities. That always backfires. When they generalize, they dilute their competitive advantage. They dilute their expertise and experience. So let me stop there. And I'm an email or phone call away if there are any follow-up questions. Again, not likely to be relevant for any of you in this network, but potentially the networks in which you network outside of this. So keep me in mind, coachinggravitas.com. Thank you.
Do you typically work for the candidate or the company?
I am strictly now as an executive coach working for the executive. The executive either pays me directly or they have funds from their company to invest in executive coaching. When I was a headhunter for 20 years, my fees were always paid by the companies that were hiring, not by the executives. Yes, Lynn.
Thank you. Carlos, can you elaborate again the due diligence piece on the resume?
That's a long form resume. In a long form resume captures details that simply won't fit in a 2-page executive resume. The due diligence resume has to have a description. For every company, you provide a sentence or 2 description of the company. For every division in that company, you provide a description of the division, the business, right? For every position held in that company or that division, you provide a description, span of control, scope and scale of operations, right? Scope of responsibility, scale of the business, reporting relationships. For example, reporting to the CEO, led the human resources function through a team of 150 through 7 direct reports. Title of the direct reports were a VP of this, VP of that. To the expert resume reader, reporting relationships convey a lot of information about where a person sat, the political savvy, the ability to influence cross-functionally or internationally, for example.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to shout out for Carlos. We had a one-on-one this last, it was about a week ago. He's got an amazing background and he's constantly developing himself. And he really exemplifies the giver's gain mentality. I was trying to help him and he's like, Joe, how can I send you business? And he's a real giver and he's a real professional and he knows his stuff and he's been around a long time. And I just want to sing high praises for Carlos. He's got the right, strategic mindset and amazing guy. So reach out to him if you just connect.
I had a one-on-one with Carlos also, great conversation, learned a lot. And I just immediately thought that he and Russell should talk or speak, that there could be a good, connection there, collaboration.
That was some awesome high level stuff.
Please reach out and reschedule, okay?
Say that again, Debbie.
Please reach out and reschedule.
Yes. Thank you everyone for being here. Carlos, great job. Fantastic information.
Thanks, Carlos.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Definitely needs
Great weekend.
some one-on-ones with y'all. Welcome back, Bob. Interesting meeting. Hey, happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. Get 3 days. Then we jump into fourth quarter. It's hard to believe it's already.
Oh my gosh.
Looking at the end of the year. Yeah.
I am not ready for the year to end, frankly.
I'm
Wait,
not ready
fourth quarter,
either.
fourth quarter doesn't begin until October.
Well, we're getting close.
We're getting there.
Hey, Scott,
We're looking at it.
Scott, a question. How do I celebrate Labor Day and I'm living in Ireland? What is there a formula? Is there what do you do?
I think the formula is to live in Ireland.
Ireland Labor Union.
Patrick, the formula for Labor Day in Ireland is 5 o'clock all day long.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that might be for some, yeah.
That and grilling.
Labor by not working.
Oh, okay. No.
Joseph.
Bye,
Yeah,
everybody.
No, I think in Ireland they have mastered, at least better than the US, how to balance work, family, nature, and just conversation, enjoying life. You know, it's
We've developed the capacity to say no in a nice way.
Go have a
that's a very valuable gift to have. So we appreciate it.
Sometimes.
Oh, all the time. No. A good no is always like, oh, that was nice. You know.
Makes you
Sometimes
feel
a good no is better than a qualified
Patrick,
yes.
Patrick, which side of the no are you speaking about?
Boundaries, we are so open to saying yes, but we have to. When do you want it done? Oh, I want it done yesterday. Well, look, I'm all yours in 2 weeks' time or something. That kind of too much urgency.
Yeah, it's a better pace on the island.
You too. Take care.
All the best, all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
It was great. It was great being here. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you, Winston. Delighted to meet you, sir.
Yes,
Look
sir.
forward to
Thank you.
setting up some one-on-ones with everybody. That included Tia, who just left. Bye, Tia.